I watched $48,000 evaporate in 2 days. The brokers shut off the buy button, and there was nothing I could do. It was 2021, GameStop, AMC, the meme stocks, we all remember. Now, I was not a Wall Street guy. I was just somebody who worked hard. I wanted to put my money in the market like everybody told me to do the right things, invest for the long term, and trust the system. And then the system showed me exactly who it was built for. When those brokers flipped the switch and turned the buy button off, they didn't call me, they didn't call retail investors, anybody. They just decided in real time who could buy and who can sell and who was going to take the loss. I took the loss, $48,000 gone. That moment was what woke something up inside of me. I dove down every rabbit hole I could. I realized the game had rules that I didn't write, and the people who did write them could change those rules whenever they wanted. Now, here's what I started to believe. The entire financial system is designed to transfer wealth from the hands of the middle class to the wealthy elite. Not by accident, by design. And I was tired of playing a game that I couldn't win. So I did the only thing that made sense to me. I went down my rabbit holes. I started studying everything I could, not just about the stock market, everything. How money moves, why markets behave the way they do, how central bank policy ripples all the way down to my checking account, how politics and geopolitics are intertwined all in the market, all in my retirement accounts, whether you realize it or not, it is true. I went deep, read books, audiobooks, lectures, studied economic history. I was not just trying to understand what happened in 2021. I was trying to understand why the system works the way it does. Who benefits, who loses. And the more I learned, the more the picture became clear. The system is not broken. It is working exactly as intended. The middle class gets just enough to stay in the game, while the real wealth compounds quietly somewhere else. Somewhere you do not have access to. At least that is what I thought, but here is what I didn't expect. During this journey, I stumbled across something called the infinite banking concept. I'm going to be honest with you. I was skeptical, deeply skeptical. Someone was telling me that if I overfunded a properly structured life insurance policy, I could create my own banking system. I could borrow against my own capital. I could pay myself back with interest. I could build wealth in a system that I controlled. Not Wall Street, not a bank, not the government. There's no way. I thought there was absolutely no way. So it challenged everything I believed about money, about the system, because on one hand, I just spent months studying how the system extracts wealth from ordinary people. And on the other hand, someone was telling me there's a perfectly legal 100-year-old financial tool that lets me opt out of that system entirely. Too good to be true, right? That is exactly what I thought. I kept looking, I kept studying, and the more I dug, the more I realized this isn't some loophole. This isn't some get-rich-quick scheme either. This is just math. It is a contractual guarantee. This is a structure that has existed for over a century, hidden in plain sight. It is so simple, but yet it is so profoundly misunderstood. The moment it clicked for me wasn't a math moment. It was a philosophy moment. I realized that this is not just about a better way to save my money. It is about sovereignty, financial sovereignty, control, ownership, a system where I set the terms, not a bank, not a broker, not a politician. My favorite quote from the Bible, my favorite verse, is trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all my ways I submit to him, and I trust he will direct my path. I'd been leaning on a system I did not understand. I didn't control it, and that system showed me exactly what it thought of me. The concept changed my entire view of life, money, and legacy. Now, I started using my policy personally. I've been doing this for a number of years now, and I can tell you honestly, I wish I learned this about 10 years earlier. I wish somebody sat me down and walked me through this when I was 20 years old. So here we are, a few years later. I got licensed to sell life insurance, not because I wanted to be an insurance agent and sell as many policies as I possibly can, but because I wanted to build this for myself, and I realized that other people needed it too. Now here's what I'm actually building. My fiance and I were constructing our own financial system, a system where our money is going to grow tax-free, where we can access our capital when we need it, where we control the terms, where the interest we would have paid to a bank or credit card company, we pay ourselves instead. Now this system, the banking engine, is something we're going to pass down to our children and their children. Obviously the goal is to create generational wealth and build this on a foundation that we control. That is the vision. Not about getting rich quick, not about beating the market, building something that lasts. Something that cannot be taken away when a broker decides to shut off a buy button. So here's what you can expect from this channel. We got Obi hanging out here, so he'll be in some of the videos. But I'm just going to share what I'm doing, not theory, my actual policy, how I use it, how I structure our entire our portfolio around it. We'll show you the math, the science behind how these policies are built, because once you see the numbers, everything changes. I'm going to share the wins, the losses, the mistakes, what's working, what I've learned, what I wish I'd known sooner. I'm going to do all of this through the lens of my faith as well, because for me, money is not just about money. It's about stewardship. And I'm going to do all of this through the lens of my faith, because for me, money is not just about money. It's about stewardship. It's about freedom. It's about building something that honors God and serves my family for generations. I don't want to be one of these normal gurus. I'm not here to sell you something, unless you want a life insurance policy, of course. I'm just somebody that lost $48,000, went down a bunch of rabbit holes, learned everything I could about markets, monetary policy, and I found something better than I ever expected. And I want to help you find it too. So that resonates with you. If you've ever felt like the system was not built for you, subscribe, drop a comment. I'm going to read all the comments. I would love to grow a community here. Tell me where you're at in your financial journey. Are you interested in the infinite banking concept? How far along are you? And again, let me know what you're trying to figure out, what's holding you back. I read every single comment. My name is Ryan Dunner. Thank you for being here, and let's build something that lasts. Take care, guys.